Welcome back to The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 here on YouTube. So glad you guys could join me. If you've liked the videos that you've seen thus far, hit the like button. If not, hit the dislike button. Share these videos with other people that you know that respect comic book related things. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications all, so the next time a new video is dropped, you'll know about it second. I'll know about it first. Crown me! I'm the one breath champ. Woo! That was all done in one breath. Limousine ride. Okay, all right. Today's video will be about the TBA, I'm going to say TBA, Marvel's Phase 6 lineup. Because there's a lot of question going on in Marvel right now. They're even questioning Phase 5, which we are going to be in when Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania drops on February 17th of 2023. I don't know why it's the year. Like, of course it's this year. But then again, no, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania will definitely be coming out at its proposed slate. It's just the latter part of the stage where, like, is Blade going to happen? Are all these other things going to happen? Are they going to get rid of the other kind of time and money consuming series like Echo, Agatha Harkness, Covenant of Chaos, and Ironheart? Are they really going to still stick with those? Even though those aren't quality A-list series, you know? Because, and this is kind of going off script about what I would really want to talk about, which is Marvel Phase 6. You can't get complacent with this, Kevin Feige. You can't just go, well, let's just put something out. You got to hit home runs still. You can't just get on base. I mean, that's good. Getting on base is good, but you have set such a high bar with the conclusion of Marvel's first three phases, 1, 2, and 3, with Endgame. And other movies did come out after Endgame of Marvel's Phase 3, but Endgame is what kind of put a bow on everything. They let you know why Tony Stark was still so, like, paranoid after they defeated the Chitauri in the Avengers movie. But by the time Age of Ultron came around, this guy has some serious PTSD still. He said, I want to create a suit of armor around the world. It's because I think he knew, maybe when the wormhole was open, maybe somehow he got, I guess, a premonition about the real threats that lied beyond our solar system. Perhaps. But those are home runs. Endgame is a home run. There have not been many home runs in Marvel's Phase 4. So Phase 5, you got to bring the heavy hitters in. You got to bring in pinch hitters just in case people that are slated to be up at bat, just in case they're not good batters. A lot of sports references. Okay. Get a DH in there. Get a designated hitter in there. If the pitcher is up to bat, get a designated hitter in there. Matt Stairs was a great designated hitter for the Phillies, okay? But anyway. So, I said all that to say this. The proposed lineup for Marvel's Phase 6 is as follows. And it's wise because it's only 4 on the slate. Deadpool 3 is slated to come out 2024. I like the first Deadpool, but after you see like 5 heads get chopped off, head number 6 that rolls, it's like, kind of like 300. When I watched 300 in the theaters, I was like, man, this is a great movie. I love the not really black and white, but the color palette. You know, Zack Snyder's style of action was just fantastic. But midway through the movie, I'm like, okay. All right. It's like they blew their load in the first half. I personally like Deadpool 2 better because there are more X-Men characters incorporated in. But I'm trying to figure out how they're going to do Deadpool 3 when they want no adult content in the MCU. Like, everything has to be, like, at the most, PG-13. And that's not how Deadpool has worked. Deadpool has to be R to... What's the one after R? Is it MA, I think? Mature audiences only? I'm not sure. But Deadpool 3 is slated to come next year in 2024. Next on the slate, Fantastic Four, the reboot, for the 3rd time. The first incarnation of the Fantastic Four, which I liked. I thought it was enjoyable. Starred Ioan Gruffudd, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, who was the Human Torch before he became Captain America, and Michael Chiklis, who was an ideal thing. I love his voice. I love just the gravitas of the actor himself, Michael Chiklis, especially when he was in The Shield. When I found out he's going to be the Thing, I was like, perfect. Like I said, pretty good movies. But then they rebooted it with Fant Four Stick, and I'm only saying Fant Four Stick because that's how it's kind of arranged. The letters and the symbols are arranged. on the title card. It wasn't as bad as everybody else said it was. Okay, I could watch that before I could finish Mad Max Fury Road. I know it won Oscars. I know it was up for all these awards, but I couldn't even finish Mad Max Fury Road. That movie, love it or hate it, is my opinion. That movie was whack and was not worth finishing to me. But I finished Fantastic, and it is goofy. Like Doctor Doom at the end, it's like, what are you doing? Really? So Fantastic isn't as bad as everybody said it was, but it's not memorable. You can easily forget it, and nobody will care if Josh Trank is coming to helm this one. They won't care if Toby Zeller, I don't remember their names, I apologize. Even the fantastic Michael B. Jordan, we don't want to see him reprise his role as the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. We don't want to see it, all right? So this is coming out in 2025 for the time being. Fantastic Four, the MCU's version of Fantastic Four. This will be their first film since Disney purchased 20th Century Fox, all right? And Fantastic Four is right in line with the MCU. You know, teammates, butting heads, then them uniting at the end to fight a common foe. Like, actually, the Fantastic Four wrote the MCU formula when it was first created back in 1961 or 62. Okay? So Fantastic Four will do fine in the MCU. Next, Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, also slated for 2 years from now, 2025. The seeds for Kang have been planted. He debuted as He Who Remains in the series finale, the season finale of Loki, played by Jonathan Majors. He's going to play a major role in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. To be honest, the movie should be called The Kang Dynasty. Let me just say it like this. Nobody is watching Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania for either Ant-Man or the Wasp. They're going to see this movie for Kang. They're probably more excited for MODOK. I didn't know MODOK was going to be in this until I saw the trailer. And even after the first time I saw the trailer, I didn't realize that MODOK was following them without the mask on. I just saw when he was like armored up and all the other stuff. But I hope they don't screw MODOK up. MODOK, M-O-D-O-K, stands for Mental Organism Designed Only for Killing. I don't want to see some robot chicken MODOK. I want to see the mental organism designed only for killing. And I do believe they changed the name over the years. I don't think it's for killing anymore. I think it's for like computing or something like that, or calculations, whatever. So that's our next Avengers movie, The Kang Dynasty. The question is, what will the Avengers team be what will they comprise? We're not going to have Steve Rogers Captain America. We're not going to have Tony Stark's Iron Man. We're not going to have T'Challa's Black Panther. Who will the Avengers... Who's going to be on their roster? Scarlet Witch is supposedly dead from the multiverse of madness. Vision... Well, maybe Albino Vision will come back. Maybe Wonder Man will factor into this. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, I think the second, is supposed to play Wonder Man in a series. Wonder Man isn't on the Phase 5 slate. It's not here on the Phase 6 slate, so when is Wonder Man going to come into play here? And last but not least, the next movie of Phase 6 is another Avengers movie. It's probably going to be part 2 of the Kang Dynasty. Secret Wars. Secret Wars. Now, I see Fantastic Four here in Phase 6. There's no hint of the X-Men. How are you possibly going to do Secret Wars? Now, in the mid-'80s, when the Secret Wars crossover event happened, they pulled from the Avengers, they pulled from the X-Men, they pulled from the Incredible Hulk. Spider-Man first got the black suit in Secret Wars. Okay? There was no meteorite that crashed on Earth or that landed on John Jameson's shuttle and came in through the atmosphere. No. In the comic book, Spider-Man gets the black suit on Battle World created by the Beyonder at the time. Now it's a whole race of Beyonders. But how are you going to do the Secret Wars with a depleted roster? Again, there's no X-Men slated for Phase 5 in live action. They are going to have X-Men 97, the cartoon, which I'm very looking forward to. And there's no hint or hide of them. Was it hide or hair? Whatever. In Phase 6, we see Deadpool 3, and Hugh Jackman is reported to reprise his role as Logan, Wolverine, in Deadpool 3. But we don't see a strong Avengers roster. We don't even see a strong potential Avengers roster. Now, they could bring Tom Holland's Spider-Man back. They might even bring back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Who knows? Scott Lang doesn't look like he's going to survive Quantumania, but if he does, okay, Scott Lang. I doubt Hank Pym and Scott Lang survive the movie, okay? There's no Iron Man. Sam Wilson's Captain America. I love Anthony Mackie. But we'll know in Captain America New World Order whether or not he has what it takes to really spearhead a Captain America movie. Because Captain America's a big deal. He's an A-lister now. Anthony Mackie has a lot on his plate as far as him being able to carry a movie as a headliner. So again, I see the Fantastic Four obviously will be a part of Secret Wars. Spider-Man. And, okay, let me just rant here for a second, even though that's mostly what I do is rant. I hate the Incredible Hulk now. I hate this nerd guru. I hate him. I want to see Hulk destroying stuff and being awesome, not being some composed nerd that's on steroids. That's stupid. Bring back the Hulk. The Hulk. And yes, he did retrieve Scar from Sakaar in the series, in the season finale of that series that will not be mentioned on this channel ever again. Maybe his cousin Jennifer Walters will be a part of Secret Wars. She was a part of the original Secret Wars. She-Hulk, the comic book character. She actually takes Ben Grimm's place in the Fantastic Four at the end of Secret Wars. So that shows you what an awesome character She-Hulk Jennifer Walters is in the comic books. That's why there was such vitriol on my part when I saw this series compared to her backstory in the comics. She's a big deal in the comics. And unfortunately, and now of course no one saw this coming, Jeremy Renner was just in a serious car accident. They don't know if he's going to walk. Are they going to really have Kate Bishop take up the mantle of Hawkeye? Boo! Boo! That'll suck. Will the Netflix Marvel crew come into play? Iron Fist, Luke Cage. Well, Daredevil's now going to be incorporated into the MCU in the Born Again series in Phase 5, which I have my doubts about. Now, you can watch the video I did right here on The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 to know what my thoughts are concerning the Daredevil series. But Avengers Secret Wars sounds great, but who's going to be in it? What bad guys are going to be a part of Secret Wars? Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus? We have no sighting of Dr. Doom yet. And Dr. Doom is the ultimate Marvel villain. You can't just introduce him in just one phase. Seeds should have been planted of Victor Von Doom appearing well before Phase 4 happened. Ultron was a big deal in Secret Wars. Is there an Ultron variant out there? Perhaps. The Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew is another abortion of that series that I will not mention on this channel ever again. Again, I will gladly mention the comic book character She-Hulk, but the series, I will never mention again. The Wrecking Crew was a big part of it. The Absorbing Man was a part of it. A key character, the Lizard, Kurt Connors. Are they bringing him back from from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man universe? Volcana, Titania. Oh, Lord. And not that gargoyle that was in that series that won't be mentioned ever again, but the real Titania. Phase 6 is another iffy phase. Kevin Feige, please go back to the drawing boards. Please take, what's his name, Dr. Strom in Spider-Man. I think we should take the whole line back to formula. Back to formula? Yes, Kevin. Back to formula. What is your formula, Kevin Feige? Awesome stories. Building great suspense. Not just throwing a major villain out there like Thanos. He didn't have a live action shot till the end of the Age of Ultron. We knew he was on the horizon ever since Avengers, ever since the mid-credit scene. Dr. Doom should have been introduced. He should have. So let me just end it right there, because, you know, when my mind gets to going, I start developing scenarios, and that's not what this channel is for. All right? But if you like what I've discussed so far about Marvel's Phase 6, hit the like button. If not, write a dissertation in the comment section. And you know where your comments go. Courtesy of David Brent of The Office. And let's get this channel growing so that the Great Expanse can indeed expand. It's in the name.